I'm bringing you a project share. This is an outgoing private swap to my dear friend Tammy. We decided to make a theme of strawberry shortcake. So everything in this theme will be strawberry shortcake or strawberry themed. I love strawberry shortcake. I love strawberries. So what better theme, right? So let me share with you what I have created, what I have purchased. We have been planning this for many months and working on it for many months. So I am super excited that it's finally finished and I'll be able to pack it up and send it on its way to Tammy. Tammy, I hope that you love everything that I've created and made for you, as well as purchased. I cannot wait for you to get this package. All right, let me share with you what I created. The requirements were, of course, a 3D item and a embellishment book and a recipe tag flip. All right, let's start with the embellishment book. So with the embellishment book, there were no restrictions, there were no requirements or anything like that. I decided to go with a 2-ring embellishment book because I knew, let's zoom out just a tad, I knew that it was going to get pretty thick and chunky. And as you can see from the side views and top and bottom view, that it got pretty thick. I decided to go with the 2-ring. That way there's freedom. I put all of these different laces and trims that match the color of strawberry shortcake. She's free to take these off and use these if she'd like as well. Starting off with the cover, all of these are not removable, obviously, because I embellished it and glued it all down. I printed off a strawberry shortcake with her little kitty custard and her puppy. I made some different, printed off some of my own papers, digital prints that were just strawberry, and then I cut and die cut different embellishments through that. And I used this as a beautiful background that I was able to find online. And then I printed it. I cut it with a die cut for a bow and then embellished it here, as you can see, with a flat back strawberry cabochon. I purchased that on Temu. Little puffy balls here in the dark pink and then the light pink. Those were also purchased on Temu. This beautiful rosette with a strawberry was actually gifted to me in a swap last year. Actually, my birthday challenge that Ann Owens made for me. I finally used something from that challenge, from that package of hers. I've been hoarding it and saving it because it's just too cute, but I thought this was a great project to use it on. I die cut little bows from my picket fence dies, the bows that I purchased earlier this year when they had their big sale. This was a little strawberry that I printed off and then I glittered it with stickles, glue glitter, to make it pop and just, have a little sparkle there. These little flower embroidered flowers were from Walmart. This little puffy sticker here and then up here, those were purchased, I believe, at probably Five and Below or Pop Shelf. I believe it was Five Below. I believe it was. And then, of course, I just cut this journal and the pages, the embellishment pages for this little mini album or embellishment album. And I've got that die from Temu. All right, so we are going to open up. So this is, and I inked the edges here, as you can see. And then, of course, I layered with solid and then a printed paper that fit the theme. And that way I just made it stronger as well. So we're going to open up, and this is the first 2-page spread here in this mini album. I cut out the words hello, layered shadow words here, and these are just stuck on with little glue dots, but double, so that way she can easily remove it and then use these embellishments. So I tried to do flat embellishments on one side and then chunkier embellishments on this side. I printed off this beautiful vintage Hello Kitty. I cut it out by hand, fussy cut, and then inked the edges, glued it onto this paper that I thought was very fitting to strawberry shortcake colors and theme, especially with the little bathtub being green. And then I made little bag toppers for her, and I cut these out by fussy cutting them by hand as well. Die cut these little mini bag toppers, put bows again, and then rhinestones and stickles, and those bows are bow dies from Picket Fence. The bag topper dies were from Temu. Open it up here. We have Happy Mail, Open Me, and I believe these word dies and many of the other shadow words, those are from KS Craft, and I purchased those on Amazon, which I will link below. I will link whatever I can down below for y'all. This is another vintage image of strawberry shortcake that I found with Custard, her kitty, and they're sleeping on a cloud. I thought that was super sweet and adorable. I printed off my own strawberry paper and then cut it out with the bow die cut here, a different one, and then a pop-up dotted a little cute foamy strawberry shortcake sticker that I purchased from Five Below. Then we have here Snail Mail and Pen Pal, continuing on with the shadow words. These are from KS Craft. I will link those below. That way she can use those. And like I said, I kept it flat on one side and chunky on one. And then this is a beautiful layered rosette. I used a rosette die and then layered it and put this on top of crepe paper, or like the party streamers. And then I layered here with the little tinsel from our glitter glue, layered with a printed image, vintage image of Strawberry Shortcake, inked all of these edges, and then glued on little red hearts. Here, again, printed off this vintage Strawberry Shortcake and then inked the edges and put it down into the album. So she is free to use this and keep it as a embellishment album, or she can add photos to it and then turn it into an actual photo little mini album. Here we have buttons and sprinkles, again, KS Craft dies. And again, continuing on with the theme, the retro vintage Strawberry Shortcake printed images, and then I inked the edges, fussy cut it, of course. And then we have a rosette with a layered little felt flower with a rhinestone in the center, and then these puffy stickers were again from the same pack that I purchased at Five and Below. Here we have chipboard and pearls. Again, it's KS Craft dies. Then on this page, I did another two. Uh-oh, no. Hopefully this makes it safely, but it looks like that some of it is coming apart. Okay, there we go. I'll fix it before I ship it and make sure, and shipping, who knows what happens. Okay, so that was a blooper for y'all. Two more little bag toppers. This one has a little Strawberry Shortcake girl with the strawberry and then her little kitty. And again, I did the little die cut bows, and these are in red and green solid colors, layered it on little bag toppers that I did in the same papers that were on the backgrounds of the album. And then of course, a big Strawberry Shortcake girl with a big strawberry. She's so cute. And I just layered that down. And like I said, this can turn into a photo album in the future if she'd like to. Added the dangles and beads, layered words, shadow cut words. And then we have Strawberry Shortcake, and I inked again here. So I printed off those images, fussy cut, or cut them on my brother's Scan and Cut. This one was on my brother's Scan and Cut. Some of the images are harder to do, so you have to scan, and you cannot use the brother's Scan and Cut as well. So I just hand cut those myself. And then here we have a different type of bow and style. Then I did like this threading, and this is like the colored metallic thread that you can purchase at Hobby Lobby for like 99 cents, and a spool. And then I love these bows, and I did this on some paper. I went through all of our paper collection and stash and kind of just went with whatever I could that would match up to, like, you know, the colors and the theme of Strawberry Shortcake. All right, here we have sequins and rosettes. On this side, we have a rosette in the same style. I did the same like layering there. Love her on a swing. Isn't she adorable? I decided not to ink that one. Certain ones I didn't. This one was also cut on my brother's Scan and Cut. Here we have stickers and die cuts, so she can use all of these words in future projects, not just strawberry related. Here we have Strawberry Shortcake with a little milkshake. Isn't that cute? And I layered this rosette as well, like the first one that you've already seen, and used the same things. We got the little tinsel from Glitter Art glue, and then we have the crepe paper streamer in red. I buy that at either Walmart or Dollar Tree. It's just already in my stash. Inked a little beautiful strawberry girl, and she's looking at herself in the mirror. Thought that was cute. Ribbons and gems, shadow words there. And then I did 3 bows here. As you can see, they're trying to pop up, but I wanted to make sure that they're removable for her, so she can use them in future projects. And again, I used the little foamy, and then I love the pattern of this paper. So pretty. And that is it for the embellishment book. And then you can see that my sticker is on the back, so she knows who made this for her. I love it. It turned out super adorable, and I can't wait. I think I'm going to make one for myself as well and turn it into just like a mini album, not an embellishment album. But I really, really like how it turned out. All right. Next, I will go with the 3D item. So the 3D item is a strawberry house. Now this is an Easter strawberry house in a sense, because the file had bunnies and carrots, and I removed those parts or covered those parts up. I purchased this from 3D SVG, which is Dreaming Tree, and I absolutely adore it. I had this on my mind for months and months and months, and I am so thrilled with how it turned out, and I'm so glad that it worked out and what I envisioned. And I'm going to point out all of the little details. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. I am going to point out all of the little details that I changed and the ways that I made it my own to fit Strawberry Shortcake. as her little strawberry house. And it is a gift box too, so it's absolutely darling. I'm going to zoom out a tad. Let me move these things out of the way, and let's jump into this beautiful little house, shall we? I absolutely adore it. My mom was like, it's too cute. You need to make another one just like it for your own shelf. And I agree, it did turn out super adorable. I'm super happy with it, and I can't wait to make it again. It was a time consuming, but it was so worth it in the end. And let me talk about some of the things that I changed on the outside. Okay, so in the original one that they have on their tutorial and in the cutting file, it has ears here, like little rabbit ears, and in the window it shows a rabbit. Of course, I just cut off the rabbit. I still let it cut it out the file because I didn't want to edit the file. I want to, if I want to use it in the future for an Easter project, then it works out great. And then I just cut off by hand the little bunny ears. So I excluded those. I put a little bow here of my own, and then I changed up the different designs. Here and behind this flower is like a cutout space of a carrot. Now, I didn't want to cut out carrot because this is not for Easter, and a bunny doesn't live in this strawberry house. Strawberry shortcake does, right? So I use this beautiful bow here. It's just this first layered green here with this glitter bow and the red, the glitter white flower with the beautiful rhinestone center and the red bow. Those came, this flower here, this embellishment piece came from my friend Ann Owens, who also created the strawberry rosette that was on the front of the embellishment book. So I was so thrilled that I was able to use one of these. She gave me a set, so I have the other one still, but I layered another green leaves and another green leaf here, and then just pop-up dotted that. So that way it would give it dimension and it would pop. And I just thought that it fit beautifully with this project, especially because for this project, I did silver flowers instead of white because I was out of white glitter paper. I didn't have a full sheet to be able to cut all these, but then also I planned on changing it up myself. So I was like, that's fine, but maybe the next time around I'll make it with white flowers. I still love the silver. I think it turned out lovely. And then it also had white here for the window shutters, but I decided to go ahead and use, like I said, silver, and I love how it turned out. It still turned out amazing. I use yellow, like a yellow acetate for the windows like he suggests, but mine's more of a glossy one. And then and then the door here. And then on the fence, I use like a glimmer type of paper. You can't really tell, but it's like a pink glimmer. Maybe you can. And it should have been like a white is what he originally chose, but I chose not to do that. And then for the base here, I die cut like this little pathway here. Not die cut, sorry, embossed. I embossed this little pathway here, a little bit different than the pathway he had, because of course you can use whatever you want, right? Now, out of all the stash and out of all the paper that Mom and I have out of 12 by 12 sheets, I do not have red paper with white polka dots of any sort. Not small, not tiny, not mini, not large, nothing. So I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I searched through all of our papers, even our personal stashes. I searched multiple times until I finally gave up, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to jump on Amazon. I'm going to go order because I need the outside layer of this strawberry house to have red paper with mini white polka dots. So I'm online, I'm searching on Amazon, and I'm going to order what is it? Doodlebug. Doodlebug's the only place that only brand that I could find that I really had the paper that I needed. However, if I ordered it, it couldn't get here fast, and if it did, it'd be 3 days, and they only had one pack, which only had 2 or 3 sheets of the paper, and I needed 4 sheets. So I couldn't order 2 of those packs because, like I said, they only had 1. Then I'd have to wait on shipping. So I'm like, okay, scrap that idea. None of the scrapbook stores are open right now, and I can't get away to them in the next few days. So I'm going to just figure out something else. I got this amazing textured paper from Ollie's, and I decided I'm going to use my inks. So I went and got my Tim Holtz inks and my Simon Hurley inks, and I inked that paper, and it turned out absolutely stunning. I cut the pieces already, and they were white, so you can see that a little bit like here. And then I inked it, and then I let it dry, and I love the texture. I love how it turned out because it looks like a strawberry. I absolutely love it, but it has this beautiful pattern with flowers and the little dots, and I just thought that was the perfect touch. wasn't it? I inked, of course, here around the leaves. I used a rod and everything to curl all of this and make it have that beautiful little, realistic feel and look. And then we're going to very carefully and gently remove the top. Alrighty, so we've removed the top very carefully, and inside you can see there's tissue paper, and I'm very carefully going to remove what I have inside. And because the box itself is the gift, because it's absolutely amazing, look at that. On the inside, we have tissue paper, and it's filled with strawberry candies. I decided I didn't want to get too heavy on the inside because in packaging, I'm already going to be very delicate and careful because I don't want it beading around on the inside. So I figured that's the best bet, not to put too many things on the inside. So in shipping, it's, it's going to make it intact. And I already plan on wrapping this very, very carefully with the other items that I am sending in this swap. So that's it for this 3D house. I absolutely adore it and love it, and it couldn't have turned out more perfect. I am very, very pleased with it. I will have an extra little video clip just to show off this beauty because I'm so proud of it, and I hope that you will enjoy watching that, and I will include that in this video. So let's jump to the next project. Next, I have this cute strawberry box. I cut this on my brother's Scan and Cut, and I cut it with basic, just solid red cardstock, and then I cut it again with glittered green and glitter red cardstock, and I did both sides, and then I did a little white glitter flower, and then did rhinestone in the center of a yellow rhinestone, like little flat back. And I absolutely love this. I cut this originally for my mom last Christmas when she did a strawberry shortcake theme, and she needed a box, and she filled it with strawberry shortcake little goodies for her Christmas swap partner last year. I was like, I need to use this file again. So I purchased this, I believe, on Etsy. I can't remember now. I'll have to go back and look. I will try to link that file for the SVG below in the description of this video. So let's just pull out the goodies that I created. I can't remember if there was a requirement to have a dangle. I think it was, actually, and I forgot to say that at the beginning of this video. So I did create a dangle for her, and I put it on a piece of paper of an image that I printed on just regular paper. And it's absolutely darling with strawberry shortcake. So it's vintage, and she's with her friends. And then I just put a little hole punch at the top and used that as a holder for the dangle. I thought that would be cute. I know I was going to use my die that I love to use from Happy Crafters Shop, but this is actually a pretty big die, so I thought a pretty big dangle, so I thought it'd be better on this image. Plus, I wanted to really use this image, and I decided not to make it as a card or anything like that, and it's actually too large to use in the embellishment album, the actual size of it, and it was too large to use in the tag flip. So I was like, I have to use this. I don't want to make a card with it, so I just decided to use it as a background. And that's an easy way to use an image and make it a background for your dangle. Just print it off, and actually I think it might be on a little bit thicker paper, but not too thick of printer paper. Anywho, let's jump to this beautiful dangle, and let me just share with y'all how beautiful this is and how much fun I had. So I purchased this little strawberry, like the clip part, the main part at the top. I purchased this piece from a pack on Temu. And then let me just zoom in on these beautiful beads of this dangle, because I'm so happy with this dangle. I used a pink chain, and I purchased those pink chains from Amazon, and I actually did two, and I did it with a gold ring and stuck them together. It was either on Amazon or on Temu, because I do both. And then here I have a larger gold ring, and that was from Temu. These little strawberries came from Tiffany. This little felted strawberry, they're on here too in multiple colors, the light pink and the red. Those were from Hobby Lobby. And then these little guys here, they're like little strawberry jams. So, so cute, isn't it? That came from Temu. The little strawberry shortcake piece came from Temu. These little strawberry beads, they're printed on with the strawberry shortcake. Those came from Tiffany, and you'll have seen those in a haul. This little bead I turned into a charm. It can also go on a pen or Pokey tool. That little house actually came from Temu. And then the little pearls, those come from Hobby Lobby. These little dangle, these little ones that are charmed, like the strawberry, and then just the glittered, or rhinestone, I should say, not glitter, rhinestone beads. These came from Hobby Lobby, from strings of beads from there. This came from this larger strawberry, super, super pretty and cute, came from Temu. Then we have a little flat back cabochon, like bead. Actually, this was a charm. It was already a charm. That came from Temu. This came from Temu. Again, we have some more beads that are printed that have strawberry shortcake on there. I hope it's focusing. Those came from a haul from Tiffany. The little milk, strawberry milk, that came from Temu. This little strawberry flatback bead, oh, actually it's a charm. No, it was a bead. And that one was from Tiffany, and I turned it into a charm. Again, we have a little strawberry shortcake, a different one that came from Temu. I ordered all of these a while ago and just been building up. This was, I believe, from a Prima pack that I purchased a long time ago, like a few years ago, when the Frank Garcia Sweet Strawberry or whatever line that was came out with these strawberries. And I purchased this from a scrapbook store that's no longer in business, unfortunately. That was on the Kansas side. And then again, one of these little charm beads that's a strawberry. There was a lighter pink one, I believe, at the top. This is a red one that came from a haul from Tiffany. And that is this beautiful dangle. I absolutely adore it. I love it so much. I love how it turned out. I think she'll be thrilled and excited about it. I love to collect dangles, so I would be thrilled to get it. I might have to make one for myself. I do have some more of those strawberry shortcake beads that I purchased from Tiffany, so I'm excited about how that turned out. Okay, so that was one item that's going inside here. All right, then I have a cute little card, and this card I embellished, and the envelope came from my friend Anne, who I also received the strawberry rosette that was on the front of the embellishment book, and then one of that bow that was on the front of the 3D. Yeah, she sent me this card. It came with these little pieces, and they were loose, so you could decorate it however you want. I put this sticker of strawberry shortcake on the front because it was just strawberry with strawberry stickers in there. I ended up using one on the inside that she had included in this little card kit, and then I used the little piece here that she included, and then this Bo's Picket Fence, this little felt rhinestone centered flower, was from our stash. So I'm going to write a little note in there for Tammy, and then I don't want to forget that, actually. So I better put this to the side because that's for her. Then we have the MDC, and I love how it turned out. I didn't get too chunky with it just because I wanted to be able to fit into her MDC holder, because mine get pretty full when they get thick, but I love thick and chunky, don't get me wrong. So I kept it simple in a sense. I printed off this vintage little strawberry shortcake, and with her little pets and a little friend here, and then it says hi, a little puffy sticker. We got a puffy in the clouds puffy sticker of her, so, and then a little puffy strawberry shortcake, and then we have her the clouds of the balloons. Super, super cute. Did flowers here, but did embellish like centers, did buttons layered, and cut it on a die that was a layered die for an MDC, and did glitter on the background. Had a little dangle here, so I put the little eyelet so I could have the little strawberry dangle because I love a dangle element. And this is what it looks like on the back with my sticker. She already has my shipping address, so I don't really worry about putting all that info and stuff on the back unless it's super required, like on a requirement in a swap, then I will. But since this is a private swap and we know each other, I didn't think it was necessary to put all of those things. Obviously, she knows what I like, strawberry shortcake, and so does she. So, because this is a themed swap for that. But I love how that little MDC was a quick and super cute. Then I did some embellishments here. So I originally had gotten these eraser pack of all the different strawberry shortcake erasers, and I was going to make those into charms and make a dangle. But then I ended up finding the printed beads that I was able to purchase from Tiffany of actual strawberry shortcake. So I was like, okay, forget it. I'm going to actually do a regular beaded dangle. And then I decided, well, what am I going to do with these erasers? I still have a few, but I decided to glue these on with E6000 onto little wood clothespins. And then that way she can use these as little embellishments to, embellish up any stick them on little places. I thought about putting them throughout the swap too, but I was like, I want her to be able to use these. And not that you can't reuse that, but you know what I mean? I wanted to actually have a presentation of it actually being like, oh, these are handcrafted for me. So that's what I created with that. And this is my first bookmark. I'm so excited about it. I purchased this acrylic bookmark from Tiffany, one of her lives. I absolutely adore it. I purchased a few. I kept the other ones for myself or for future projects, but I loved this one with the strawberry background and then little strawberry shortcake down there. And then you just take a string and you tie and knot the beads. So I use a little button flat back here, which is a bow. And then this little disco ball in the red I purchased from Tiffany. This little candied pink bead, I believe, was already in my stash, but I could have purchased that from Tiffany as well as this flat back little strawberry with the white polka dots and this printed strawberry bead on white. I love that. I purchased those from Tiffany. And then this one was from a pack in Hobby Lobby, and I absolutely love it too. And it came with these these little pearl beads that I added for little extra beads and like center, you know, pieces like a spacer. And then on the back, I turned this little acrylic charm into a charm. I mean, it was a little acrylic piece from Tiffany. And then I put one of those little pieces on the back and glued it with E6000 and turned it into a little charm. So I love that. It's the bottom charm for this little bookmark. So cute. I absolutely adore it. I am so excited and thrilled for these acrylic bookmarks, and I want to make more. And I actually just purchased more from Tiffany in one of her most recent lives of some different characters and things. So I'm excited to be able to craft with those for Christmas. So that's what's inside this fun little 3D strawberry box. All handmade and crafted fun goodies, strawberry shortcake themed. And this is what I love about this, is that it is the 80s retro strawberry shortcake. That's what I live for. That's what I love. It's my generation. I was born in the 80s baby, so I love it. Okay, so let's take a break from some of the handmade items and let me show you some of the gifty items. I picked up this and I shared this in a recent haul. This is a strawberry shortcake scented puzzle, and this is what the puzzle will create. I thought that was super cute, and it's strawberry jam scented, so hopefully it smells good. I purchased this at Michael's, so that's one of her gifts. That was a purchased gift. And then this, I'm so excited about this. Okay, so this bandana I purchased, and I'm using it as a wrap to wrap a gift that's on the inside. And this was purchased at Hobby Lobby, the actual handkerchief. And I love, love, love it. And then when we open it up on the inside, I have wrapped with tissue to keep it safe. But I'll also wrap it with other goodies. And I will have shared a haul of these candles. These are special candles from Goose Creek. And these are special edition, limited edition strawberry shortcake. So they had a collab with them where they were able to use the licensing for strawberry shortcake. So I ordered one for myself, and then I ordered one for her. I'm so, so, so excited about it. I wish y'all could smell it. Look how pretty it is. It smells so good. I love it. I hope that's what the actual puzzle smells like, kind of, in a way too. But this is strawberry shortcake. That's strawberry jam scented. But anyways, I got the scented items. I thought those would be super, super fun. And I hope that she loves it as much as I do. Mine, I haven't even lit it. I'm just keeping it as decoration and decor in our craft room just because I love strawberry shortcake. But isn't that darling? I hope she loves this. And I'm totally fine if she chooses to not light it or light it and put it in her home or in her craft space or what have you. So loving that. I'm not going to worry about tying this all up again like that. We'll do that later. I'm just going to put it off to the side, but love that and excited about that. Okay, so back to the handmade goodies. All right, so I have this little bag that I'm gifting that was given to me, and then I just put a little strawberry bow that I created by printing my own strawberry paper, and then again die cutting it, and then putting a little puffy strawberry shortcake sticker in the center. So on the inside of this, we have all kinds of goodies. Okay, so we have a strawberry shortcake little pack of stickers. Absolutely darling. And I believe I purchased this at Five and Below or Pop Shelf. I can't remember. And then I purchased this journal, which I believe I got at Ross in a pack. But I took it out of the packaging. First of all, it's just a bunch of plastic and too much of a box, and it would just take up too much space. But I love it. And then also because I wanted to embellish it. So I glued a little cute, little die cut little glittered hearts to go with the glitter on the background because it's already beautiful. And then I glued some 3D like embellishments of Tammy, the letters to spell her name, and then a little flat back cabochon that I purchased this in a pack from Hobby Lobby. Absolutely darling. Then you open it up on the inside, and I put the sticker sheets that came with this book inside here, and then put this little 3D, like, I guess it's not 3D, but what do they call this? Like a silicone. It's cute little rubber paper clip that has the cats on it. The pink cat, kind of like her little custard, like right here, but she has the little heart sunglasses on. But this was purchased in a pack that was from last year or maybe a couple of years ago that I've had in our Valentine's stash. So loving that. And then I just put my sticker on the back so she knows who gifted it to her and who embellished it for her. So that was also in this bag. And then in the front we have a little pair of, it says Berry Cute, and they're cute little socks. Loving that. Again, a little acrylic piece that I purchased from Tiffany in one of her lives, and I turned it into a little charm, and she can use that in her crafting. And then I put two little organic strawberry lemon iced cold tea pouches in there because it's strawberry, sticking to the strawberry theme. Picked up these little strawberry playing cards. I thought that was super cute in the little case. Added a little bow that I created myself for the strawberry theme. And then I was going to create this and add this to the dangle, and then I thought, no, I really like how the dangle turned out. I think I'm just going to save this and put it in a special little bit zip baggie. So I purchased these little pouches from Temu, but this actual little shaker bow that has Strawberry Shortcake printed on it is absolutely darling, isn't it? And I purchased that from Tiffany, so I'm just gifting that to Tammy as an extra. Put a little rickrack red ribbon, tied it, and then put made an appearance for this little knitted or what have you, what is it, crocheted little flower that we purchased in a pack from Walmart because it's like the little strawberry flower. Then we have a face mask, a Juicy Strawberry Glow Mask, and I believe this is a Korean product. Let me look. I can't remember if it was Korean or Japanese. Yes, made in Korea. So it's the strawberry flavor, like milk or juice. So I thought that would be fun to include there with the socks and have a cup of tea, iced tea. And then I created a Pokey tool, custom Pokey tool and pen for her. These are absolutely darling, are they not? Look at this. I'm so excited about how these turned out. The bags I purchased off of Temu. Let me very carefully remove the pen. I'm so excited about it. It's so darling. I need to make one for myself. So this beautiful white iridescent flower bead was from Tiffany. This rhinestoned strawberry on the top, that's from Hobby Lobby. And then I have a little spacer cap here. And I believe that I purchased those either from, I think this was off of Temu, but I could have purchased from Tiffany because I also purchased some of those from her. The pen itself is a glittered ombre, like with the green going into the gold. That was purchased off of Temu, and I love the glitter on it. Absolutely darling, isn't it? It's so pretty. I think that she will love using this on her, or displaying this on her desk and using it in her craft room, or maybe even at work. Who knows? Tammy, let me know, Tammy, how you plan on using these. I always display them all with, like, when they're custom ones from friends, but I want it to be used. So if she wants to put it in her purse, she wants to use it in her craft room, she wants to use it at work, I'm pleased and happy either way. Then I made this lovely Pokey tool, and the rod I purchased from Hobby Lobby, and I will link below in the description of this video how I make custom beaded pens and Pokey tools for those who are interested and maybe new to the craft. So this big larger ring is a gold, like a pastel green ring is from Temu. And then this little dangled red charm here, this little plastic bow, that was from Crafters. What is it called? The Happy Crafter Shop. The Happy Crafter Shop. It was either a free gift that I got, or it came in a box that was gifted to me when I won a challenge or a giveaway, or it was from an order that I placed with them. I can't remember, but I know it's from Happy Crafter Shop. This little charm here is from Temu. The little strawberry charm is from Temu. And then these crackle beads in the like green and pink, those are from Tiffany that I ordered from one of her lives. The little center piece there, the pearl, the smaller bead, that was from Hobby Lobby. And then we have one here on the bottom too. That's from Hobby Lobby. This is a red crackle bead from Tiffany. And then this is what she calls a fancy bead. So that's what I'm going to call it. It's a fancy bead where it has like the crystalled candy on it and in the, like a light pink. And then it has all these little mini flat back strawberries in all the colors. Is that not darling? I absolutely love it. And I love that I decided to put a little dangle at the top. I thought about putting one of the acrylics, but then I was like, oh, it's going to be way too big. And then it also won't even fit in this bag. Like, look at that big old fancy bead. It barely fit in there, you know? So I love how this little Pokey tool turned out, and I thought it would be, and it fits perfect in here with the little book, like the journal, so she can use that pen with her journal if she'd like to. And then we have, of course, the playing cards. She can use those with her grandkids. Thought that would be fun. And then we have the cute little other items in here. And then we'll put the stickers back here. Oh, and I also forgot we have the mask. We'll put that in the back now. So there we go. And then we're almost finished, y'all. The very last item is the recipe tag flip. So I decided to put that inside of this fun little red plastic container that I picked up. And I forgot where I picked it up now. But Mom and I were out somewhere shopping, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is perfect. I got to get this. It may have even been a scrapbook garage sale. I'm not really sure, though. Where did we purchase this? Anywho, it doesn't matter, but I love it because it can be reused in the craft room. I love to reuse containers like this in my craft room, so I thought that it's a great presentation as well for this gift. I put in there these little strawberry crisps, which I purchased at, I believe it was, where was it? It was either Dollar Tree. I want to say that I got it at Five and Below, though. I'm pretty sure. Does it say on here? It doesn't say. So, because sometimes it will say. So yeah, I believe that I purchased this at either Dollar Tree. If you've seen them, leave it in the comments below. But either Dollar Tree or Five and Below. I had to fill up these little containers. I love these. You can purchase these at a lot of places. I purchased mine on Amazon. I will try to find that link and link it below. But you can find them at, like, where did we find them, Mom and I, locally? I was like, oh, look, Mom, they have them here. It might have been Hobby Lobby, but we purchased a bunch of them on Amazon. And so we love them to put little goodies in so we could separate those little items. So I'm trying to take it off, but maybe I just won't. But I gave her the little strawberry jam, strawberry flatback, strawberry charms, ones that I've used throughout this project, and then also ones that I did not use through this project. So so that way she just has some different little pieces. So I thought that would be fun. And then here we have the last piece of this swap and the last handcrafted piece. So this is a tag recipe flip. So this was one of the required projects that Tammy had in mind, and I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. So I created a tag flip on that, did this little the tulle in the lime green and in a dark green, glittered, not glittered, and then this beautiful tulle that I purchased off of Temu that has strawberries on it. I loved it so much. I actually received it in a birthday challenge package that Caroline had gifted me some on a spool, like on a, it was wrapped, and I can't even think of the word now, but as a spool. And then I was like, I love it so much, I want more. So I went and found it on Temu, because I know this is where she said she purchased it, and I ordered some more. So loving that. And like I said, she could take these off and use it in projects, or she can leave it the way that it is. I put a little dangle here. These little bows came in a pack from Hobby Lobby. This little charm, I believe, came from probably Temu. This little tasseled leather glitter came from Temu. Picket fence die, little flowers that I created and made in my recent flower swap earlier this year that I hosted, and I made just a ton of flowers for my partner, and then I received as well, but I made extras when I made for them, so that way I'd have it in my stash to make for projects. Great idea to do it that way. Layered some buttons here. We have this beautiful little felt rhinestone flower. I purchased that in a pack of Temu. I printed off this Strawberry Shortcake Vintage. I cut it out by hand, fussy cut it, layered, pop-up dotted it, inked it, all that fun stuff. And then I left it as a tag. And then here I put in these little recipe tags. So I have strawberry salsa, and, you know, of course you're going to see the little imperfections, but I wanted it that way because I thought I could print it off and then just cut it and it could be perfect and everything. But I was like, but we forget as crafters too, that sometimes even a handwritten note, because we're on electronics so much, actually means something. So like a handwritten card for the recipe I thought was really important. And in the past I've printed because I don't like my handwriting and yada, yada, yada. But I was like, no, that's what people cherish the most, is when you handwrite something. So I was like, I need to just write the recipe. So strawberry salsa is something that I love to make. I make it during 4th of July and the summer and everything like that. It's great to use with cinnamon chips, with regular chips. It's great to put on fish and all that stuff. So I had to share that recipe with her. And then again, I just layered and I kept it rectangle with this, kept it simple, like the actual design of the tag, recipe tag. And I wanted to match this size of the actual recipe tags. She could take off the recipes and put them in her own recipe book, or, you know, a recipe container, like a, you know, recipe holder. But I was like, but if she just wanted to hang this up too, she could do that as well. So that's what I did here. Layered, layered, layered. Beautiful. And then this is for a strawberry matcha latte. And I absolutely love this. And props to my friend Ann Owens. She's the one who got me onto making the iced matcha lattes at home. And then I had to make a strawberry one. We talked about it, like banana ones and banana strawberry. And like, so I had to share that recipe with her, with Tammy, because it's strawberry and it fits the theme. And then I absolutely adore all these different ones that I created. Again, the same thing, lots of layers, pop-up dots, glitter, and all that jazz. And then these recipe cards came from, I believe, Hobby Lobby. And then absolutely adorable, another little tag like that. And so I think was that the only 2 recipes I believe that I shared with her, or did I share 3? I thought I did 3, but maybe I only did 2. I guess I did only 2. She's going to send me a strawberry shortcake recipe. I was like, well, I don't want to share one with her because I don't really have one. I'd have to go look it up online, and I didn't have one like just off the top of my head or in my recipe box. I would just go, or book, I would just go to, I would just go online and look for one and adjust it and see how, like, you know, it would be fit. But I'm going to love the idea that she's sending me one of her family. Like, I think she said it was her great-grandmother or grandmother's recipe. So I will cherish that. Loving this little strawberry. See, isn't that cute? It looks like the strawberry house that I made, right? I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited. And then, again, super, super cute. And that's it, y'all. So I left her tags so that way that were blank, so she could create or put in her own little recipes in there if she would like to. So that's that. And I just don't have the energy, time, or mind or recipes in my, you know, like family like that is just strawberries that I felt like that were worth sharing. So that's it, y'all. I hope that you enjoyed this project share, this swap. I hope it inspires you to craft with your favorite character from the 80s. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you like strawberry shortcake too, leave it in the comments below. Leave it in the comments below and tell me which project you love the best out of this, or which one you would have loved to receive, or which one you think she will love the best, like which gift, which item. I don't know. Just leave me some comments. Talk to me, y'all. I love hearing from you, and I appreciate you all for watching. Thanks so very much. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.